I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Oh, it's hard in the field, yeah. We tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. To throw is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 32 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things could be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
And the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
And a Las Vegas first down.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going on the ground with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
1st and 10.
On play action, it's Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And just shutting him off there. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. These two teams all tied after 1. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got room. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw with Carr. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller from 13 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now a play fake. Carr completes this out left to Ruggs. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, now Carr. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Jacobs. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The final shot here before half for Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them.
Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, 85 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a gain of 35. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
35, Raiders 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense... And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Tyus Bowser able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Odafe-Oweh. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Express. What's tight end? Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Alert. 3 down. Hey, check Mike 11.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe-Oweh brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Returnable for Grant. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
19 yards there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Jackson will throw again. Buying time to his left. And here he's got Grant. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Ricky.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this one is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On play action, it's Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mike 36, Mike 36, and watch your legs.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Got some room at the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake. Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If he continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame him?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Ravens 56, Raiders 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, 734.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr dancing to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And that takes us from second to third down.
618.
Hey, check Mike 6.
On play action. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
No pain, no gain.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They find some open field here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. But Josh Jacobs, a guy that runs with a lot of power. Third in the NFL last year in yards after contact, and breaks off a nice run there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Play action. Now Jackson steps away to his left. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball.